Okay, well, here's another new program that's being tested. I talked about it for a long time. It's called a basic income program. In other words, instead of having a migrant program, government programs that give money to people, like for, to buy for food or daycare and things like that. This is a basic where you just get a cash check every month, and they're talking about maybe $1,000 a month or whatever it is. But here's a test. Stockton, California. The mayor out there is probably the youngest mayor ever. He's like 27 years old. And he's instituted, actually with the help of a nonprofit organization, this basic income, where they're giving $500 a month just for whatever you want to do with it. Because again, just so like the conservatives say, that they don't have the government decide what to do. People are smart enough to say how they should spend the money. So that's what they're going to do. Is they got a grant to give $500 a month to people and who are in financial trouble. So they figure out what's the best thing to do with that money to keep their family going. Now that's been tried a few places around the world, and there's talk about it here now because see, the lower income are really getting screwed in the country, or not growing is what it is, where the top people are certainly growing, but the average wage went nowhere in the last 30 or 40 years for most people. So they're shrinking, and particularly families. Families are actually losing money in the country when everybody else has in the last 30 years. So this is a possibility that they're trying. And out in Stockton, they said the median household income is about $46,000, and that's 1/4, so that's 25% less than the average. So they really have a lower income around there than anybody else. And 17% of the adults 25 and older have not graduated from college. And listen to this, half the working age people that have jobs are at minimum wage. So half are making minimum wage at this stuff. In contrast to government programs that stipulate how money must be spent, basic income is supposed to deliver regular payments without restrictions. Okay? It amounts to a bet that poor people know the most appropriate use for a dollar better than the bureaucrats. Rather than filling out forms and waiting to see caseworkers, people can devote effort to looking for work, gaining skills, and spending time with the children. So that's important, I think. And actually, there's one of the big fat cats, a founder of Facebook, is even behind this kind of program nationally. And they say that the people out in Silicon Valley are behind this because they're responsible for cutting out jobs. And that's true in a way, that because technology is taking away a lot of jobs. But to me, we should figure out what else to do. The old stuff is changing. Everything always changes. So it is planned for this kind of change. But anyway, so now we do give so much out. I mean, in programs like this, to give out to needy and non-needy, actually only about 12% of the money that goes out to individuals is for people in need. That has income requirements. The rest is to all kinds. That's why I do these one-stop things, so everybody knows in your state all the programs that you have. And when you add up all the programs for all incomes, that comes out to like $22,000 per household. Every household is getting about $22,000 per year from the government in these programs. Now, only 12% goes to poor, and the rest go to everybody else. So this is bizarre to me. But that's another issue. But until then, that's reality. So I'm trying to educate people about all those programs, because you could use, for housing, for jobs, for, daycare, for all these kinds of things, education that we have, to get through life and to make it easier. These programs. So if you don't have my book or whatever, do the research. That's all it takes, is doing research on this stuff. And I have a free handout you can have that tells you how to find it, because you never find these programs using Google. Google sells something to you. Somebody told me they just 60 Minutes did an expose on Google. They're ruling a little too much, and that's it. They're ruling your life because you're looking for help there, and the help Google will find you is paying money for it. Because Google is there to make money on advertisements, not to show you people are going to do things for free for you or give you money for free, because those people don't buy advertising. So they'll be in their Google search, they'll be buried, you'll never find it. So whether you have me or do it yourself, make sure you at least do the work to try to find it.